Hello. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to add Lightbox Smart Parcels to a Mapbox map control. The first thing we're going to do is go out and get some sample code from Mapbox, and we're going to paste that sample code into a file. So as this thing comes up, copy. We're going to go ahead and paste that into a file, and then we're going to save this as an HTML file. Now, the first thing we need to do before we can actually see the map is to add a Mapbox access token, which you can get and register at Mapbox. At this point, I should be able to open this up in Chrome, and we should be able to see a map. Here we go. There we go, the map. Now there's a couple changes I want to make right out of the gate. First thing is I want to change the location. Then I'm going to change the zoom level to 16, and then I'm going to change the map style. We're going to change that to an aerial map. Save that. We're going to come back. We're going to refresh the map. And at this point, we're going to see that we are in a different location with an aerial view. Now notice there's still no parcel tiles. So the next part is to add parcel tiles to the map. First thing we need to do is have a Lightbox access token. I'm going to put that right up here at the top. Token. We're going to save that. I will use that later. The next thing I'm going to need is a base URL that we're going to use. So I'm going to copy this. And there's our base URL. And this is pointing right now to our dev environment, but it could be pointing to production or stage. Next thing I need to do is to add a map onload event so that I can start working with the map once it's loaded. And in here, I'm going to add two functions. The first one is going to be our tile source. I'm going to go ahead and copy our tile source here. And then inside my tile source, I need to actually have the tiles that points to the Mapbox, the Lightbox Smart Parcels. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. I'm using the base URL, as you can see up here. I'm pointing to version 1, parcels. I have a country code. In this case, we're going to add in US, because I want to see US. I'm looking at the tile endpoint, and there's a Z, X, and Y. Now these curly brackets around Z, X, and Y, Mapbox will replace these with the actual values from Z, X, and Y. The next thing I need to do is to add this to the actual map. Do that by adding this piece of code. And in this case, I am adding an ID for the actual layer, but the source that I'm adding is the Lightbox parcel source. Now notice I still have not used my Lightbox token. There is one other piece of code that we need to add, and Mapbox has given us an overloaded method that is going to allow us to transform requests when it comes in. First of all, I don't care what type of request actually comes through here, but I do care if the URL is actually starting, because I only want to add my header key to a Lightbox call. So here we're just going to add base URL that I've defined right up here, and I'm going to add my token, so I can take this away. And I need to add a comma right here. I'm going to save it, and if all went well, we are going to see parcel tiles on the map. And there they are. A pro tip at the end is that if I wanted to, these all pretty much work the same. So I'm looking at parcels. Let's say I want to look at structures. I'm going to save that. We're going to come back, do a refresh, and now we'll see structures on the map. There they are. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Come back for more. Thank you.